Hello again. We're adding and subtracting radical expressions, adding and subtracting at the same time. And this is a little bit different than multiplying in the sense that you should take care of each individual term. Whenever you're separating radical expressions by an addition or subtraction, they're actually different terms. When you're multiplying them, it's all part of the same term. So I've got to kind of investigate that. And that's a precursor that you should do. You know, when I've got like, square root 8 times square root 5, I could split it, I could make this a 4 and a 2 and 2 and 2, and that's 2 radical 2 times radical 5. It's all one thing. This isn't all one thing. Each problem is actually separate. So what I want to do is I want to see if I can always reduce a radical. So I look at 10, and 10 reduces into 5 and 2. And since they can't be split any further and nothing goes into it, I'm just going to leave it as radical 10. Now somebody's going to say, well, what happens if there's another radical 5 like right here? It's a different problem. You don't treat this one the same as you treat this one. So you don't do anything right now. So this is 4 radical 10. I can't split it. But the square root of 60, when I use my factor trees, splits into 2, 3, 5, and 2. Every time you have another pair going out, they go out. So there's 2 2's, and 3 and 5 can't, they don't have a partner, they don't have somebody to go with them. So it's just 2 root 15 when I split it. And that's 5, and I already checked the 10, so I'm fine. Now what I do is I add and I subtract like terms with radicals. If they have the same radical underneath when I'm adding or subtracting, I can do it. If they don't, then I can't. Well, somebody says, well, you did it in multiplication when they're different. That's multiplication. I can multiply when they're not the same radical. I can't add when they're not the same radical, though, or subtract. So I've got a square root 10, and I've got another square root 10 here. So I've got 4 root 10, subtract 5 square root 10, which is negative 1 root 10, and then I got plus 2 root 15. And since they're not like terms, there's nothing I can do. I can't say, oh, this is 1 square root 20. No, it doesn't work like that. They're not the same radicals, so they're not like terms. Yeah, adding and subtracting radical expressions. You see this more when you're multiplying. When you're foiling, then you'll end up seeing it more. But that's a good basic understanding of what you're supposed to do. We're going to work on some other aspects of using radical problems, expressions, equations. But till then, have a good day for now. Goodbye.